Ladies and gentlemen, Caravan fans, welcome to our last playoff game of the day here at Barta Dowling Stadium. Folks, it's Matt Malloy, St. John Fisher alum, class of 25 here at Carmel, here with Brendan Dagler. He's a Buckeye alum, went to St. Barnabas. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But class of 2028 here at Carmel. Brendan, the Falcons are entering the field right now. You know, it's a great night of rivalry football.
Oh, yeah.
These three games we had earlier today, there was some animosity between the schools, but this one, it's right there on the paper. You read these two names, the Buckeyes, the Falcons, you know it's going to be a good game. Marty Mann mentioned earlier, past earlier this season, there was a 35-yard field goal that had implications on who came out of that game with the win. The Falcons are looking to come out here and beat the Buckeyes, and it's the same thing on the other side of the field. Something interesting about this, though, St. John Fisher, all the guys that play for the Falcons come from that one school.
Yeah.
For the Buckeyes, it's a little bit different. These guys are coming from Queen of Martyrs, Christ the King, and, of course, St. Barnabas.
Yep.
So the captains are meeting out at the 50-yard line right now. We're going to send it back down to the field, and then eventually we'll have kickoff. All right, folks, down here on the field, Buckeyes are going to kick it away to the Falcons. Going to be an interesting game. I know you might have just saw St. John Fisher run out on the field there. They're looking like a high school team, man.
Yeah.
And the Buckeyes down here huddling up, getting each other amped up with their captains in the middle. It just looks more than 7th and 8th graders playing. There's a whole lot of tradition behind it, you know. I remember growing up, I think we used to practice at Monroe Park. They probably still do. Try to go for the onside kick here. Falcons deny it. They're going to take over at the Buckeyes' 49-yard line. I remember growing up, you know, being younger, we always thought, like, oh, man, you know, the Buckeyes practiced at Beverly Park.
Yeah.
We practiced at Monroe Park, and we would always be like, that's our field, that's our park. Yeah, we'd get upset about that. Looking back at it now, doesn't matter. But that's what we used to get motivated to play against these guys, and I'm sure they still use some of that stuff today.
Yeah, but fun fact, the past few years, the Buckeyes, they've been practicing at Ridge Park.
I did not know that. Yeah, I've been out of the loop for a little bit. This is the first time I've called a grammar school game besides that all-star game I did 2 years ago. And here comes number 4 for the Falcons. That's Seamus Lacey. Seamus is an 8th grader for SJF, and I think he's overall the best athlete you're going to see here on the field.
Him and Miles McNulty from the Buckeyes, I think they are both outstanding athletes. Miles, from experience with playing with him, he's a tough kid. He can always run the rock and pass the rock.
There you go. Fisher offense. Going to try and move deeper into Buckeye territory. First and 10. It's a pass way downfield.
Oh
my God.
Oh, I think it was just dropped.
Yeah, just dropped, just incomplete. A little upset about that. I got to say, man, number 11, or excuse me, sorry. Just, you know what? This entire backfield for the Falcons, I'll include them all in just a second. There's just another level of connection there. These guys are working in unity as one, and that pass is definitely the most impressive one I've seen tonight out of all 4 games. And I know we're going to see that out of both the Buckeyes quarterback and Fisher's.
It's a good pass by Gavin Thewis, just also good coverage by the Buckeyes there.
Gavin Thewis, I've heard a lot about this guy. Fisher's known for having a couple great quarterbacks. There we go. Uses his legs, too, to get the first down. They're going to move the chains there, moving deeper and deeper into the red zone. I mean, I've heard a lot about Gavin. Fisher's known for having a couple great quarterbacks over the years, as well as the Buckeyes. Brendan, you want to touch up on that?
Yeah, the Buckeyes, they had some great quarterbacks over the years. Last year, Colin Cooper is the current starting freshman quarterback at Brother Rice, and their freshman team has been a powerhouse this year. Yeah. Luke Catrara, he plays for Marist now. And then the past few years, we've had some great quarterbacks like Nolan Bado, who is a current wide receiver at Ohio State, and Jack Lausch, who's the current starter at Northwestern.
There we go. Big pile up there in the backfield. I was waiting for that name, though. Jack Lausch. I know Carmel fans may not like him, but Fisher fans may not like him even more.
Yeah,
he's a great player for both St. Barnabas at the time and then Brother Rice. Now he's with Northwestern, doing a great job there. We had a couple Carmel guys go out to Northwestern's new stadium the past couple of weeks, try it out, talk to them a little bit about it. It's a great college game day environment. This right here, though, is the perfect grammar school environment.
Yes.
That pass incomplete. So we've got 3rd and long coming up.
I think Fisher here likes the passing game more than the run. I think they've been known for that the past couple years.
I'm shocked by that. Yeah. Well, not shocked. I'm shocked in the sense that a majority of the teams we've seen today aren't like that. They run the ball. They like to run the ball, and I think the 2 teams on the field right now, they'll pass. They're pass heavy. They like running that.
Gavin Thewis drops back, and he's going deep again.
Out to the left. That's incomplete. Just drops it out of bounds. That was inside the 5-yard line. Would have been a great pickup for the Falcons there, but instead they're just going to have to hang out around the 30-yard line with 4th and long.
That was also good coverage by the Buckeyes.
You're exactly right, Brendan. Buckeyes are doing a great job here on defense. Looks like he caught it, but he did not. It's a great replay right there. All right.
Looks like the Falcons are going for it here.
Spicing things up early on in the game. 7 minutes, 40 seconds remain in the first quarter. And SJF is they're keeping the tension.
Looks like
par with
Gavin Thewis is going to roll out. And he's going deep again. And he's got an open receiver. And it is a touchdown.
There we go. Falcons starting off. They're the first ones to put some points on the board. 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. SJF comes out real hot on their opening drive.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Gavin Thewis. I think Gavin Thewis is going to be, the best quarterback we're going to see today of putting the ball on the money.
Definitely. Look at that catch right there. Defense was great too, but the offense was just there quicker. Coming up now, we've got this extra point. Seems to be some confusion. These guys are putting their hands up, looking for the call. Still waiting.
A little confusion here. I think they're going to go for a 1-point conversion here.
Definitely looks like it. Gavin Thewis takes the snap, tries to run it up the middle.
I think he's just short of it.
Does not get it, so it's going to remain at 6 points for the Falcons. 6-0 though. Coming up, we've got kickoff. We're going to see if they can respond. The Buckeyes there come back, possibly tie it up, or maybe get a 1 or 2 point conversion to take the lead. All right, back at it. Falcons going to kick it away here. Gavin Thewis, starting QB.
It's going to go to Miles McNulty, and he's going to take it up the sideline. He's breaking free. Good return there from Miles McNulty. He's just past the 50-yard line. I think that's going to set the Buckeyes up in pretty good position.
Definitely, Brendan.
So from this Buckeye offense, it's a lot different from other teams, I would say. They run a version of the option that no other team really runs anymore, but I find it to be very effective in the deception game.
Exactly. We're going to see it real soon. Here we go. Number 10 for the Buckeyes down the sideline. Gets tripped up right at the 10-yard line. Brendan, your offense, the offense you were talking about tends to be working so far. I know it's only one play, but catching the defense off guard on the opening drive is something you really want to do because it shows that you're prepared.
So Fran McClelland on about a 40-yard rush there. Looks like it's going to set the Buckeyes up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that replay, they knew exactly what they were doing. That was planned for a while. It's Fran McClelland again, I believe. Interesting snap, a little low.
For the Buckeyes, the snap, the low, the better.
Let's see. Runs out to the left, breaks free from the hashes. That was a great block there, too. If they had that one last block, there'd be 6 points on the board right now. Little reverse there, not so much. Falcons fall on top of him, pin him down inside the 5.
That was about a 2-yard gain from Miles McNulty.
Yeah, Brendan, it's going kind of slow here, but these offenses are taking their times trying to get downfield and score.
Yeah. Buckeyes also use a different style of calling in the plays. They have wristbands. Each player has a wristband, and the coaches call a color and a number.
Yeah, we saw that earlier from St. John the Cross, but you're right, Brendan. Most teams just have their QB kind of run over to the side to get the call. We'll see here, though. I'm surprised, interested, I should say, to see what they're going to do here. We didn't get to see much of what the Buckeyes would do at midfield because they ran it right down from that run from McClelland. So now it's number 12 for the Buckeyes, Miles McNulty.
Good pass from Miles.
Yeah, great pass there. Buckeyes come out and they respond to the Falcons' opening drive touchdown. They get one of their own. Score 6-6 early on in the first.
One key big player for the Buckeyes on this team is their kicker. I've been to a couple of the Buckeyes practices this year, and I've seen their kicker kick from 45. So he's just phenomenal at kicking the ball.
These guys are amped up. You say 35?
45.
45? That's insane.
Yeah.
For a kid in 8th grade. Yeah, I mean.
Pretty sure he's in 7th.
7th. Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad here. He is a 7th grade. Right. You said 7th grade. Yeah, that's Luke Diericks, number 15. Wow. 7th grade kicker. What are they stopping it for? They're telling a Buckeye to get off the field
I think
here.
there's just an extra man on the field there.
No, they wanted a sub. There must have been something wrong with his equipment, or I don't know. Yeah, they have 11. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Brendan, I get it now.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. That's 8-6 for the Buckeyes. The Falcons, remember, if you can think back, they didn't do much with that point after they were stopped short of the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
They actually went for 1 though. So score is 8-6 now. 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. We're back here. Buckeyes going to kick off here. We'll see a little more of Luke Diericks. And Brendan, you were right.
Yep.
That one went above and over the stands on the east end zone. That's a smart kick, too. Yeah, this kid is good, I can tell.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who's on the return here? Didn't get a number.
Yeah, I think he was brought down by Turner List, number 28 from the Buckeyes.
So List takes down number 8, Gavin Thewis. He's doing, or excuse me, number 4. Number 4, Seamus Lacey. He's doing a lot here for the Falcons. 5.5 minutes still. Not much time going down. It's a slow burn, but I think for these offenses, that's exactly what they want. They want it to be slow because that means they can control the game more.
Yep.
There's a flag on this play, which will move the Falcons back, so they're going to be in not so great field position to start off their second drive. Their first one went pretty well with that touchdown, but point after was no good. That's going to hurt them later on. It might even hurt them right now.
Yeah, what we've seen from the Falcons team, they're definitely more pass heavy. I'm pretty sure they like what the Caravan do with the screen passes to get extra yards, and then when they're 4th and 1, 3rd and 2, they like to run it.
Lewis running it. Yeah, they don't pass there, but still a short gain, nonetheless. Time running off now. These guys aren't worried so much about time, though. It's early on in the game. They've got a lot of it.
It's going to be about 3rd and 6, 2nd and 6. Falcons coming out in double tight. And here they go, back to the...
Complete. Lacey has got it. Right at the 30, a little bit after. So not enough for a first down. He's about a yard short. 3rd and 1 coming up. Let's see, the Falcons, I'd be surprised if they pass it here. They're most likely just going to run it up the middle. We might see Thewis run it out to the outside, though.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if they have Seamus and Thewis in the backfield there, and then they're going to try to run up the middle. that seems what they have here.
Yeah, just a dog pile
Yeah.
right away. I think he might have got it, though. Maybe no gain. We'll have to see. Yeah, that's no gain. Stopped on 3rd down. 4th and 1 coming up for the Falcons. If they can't get this, that'd be a huge momentum shift for the Buckeyes.
Yeah. I think from the Fisher Falcons, what we're going to see a lot on those short downs, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1, I think they're going to put Thewis and Seamus in the backfield and just try to push it up the middle and just get that first down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if the Buckeyes, I think, can get a stop here, that would be big.
Here we go. Lewis back there, rolls out right. There's pressure right away. Can he get outside? I don't think he can.
Nope.
Stopped.
Good stop by the Buckeyes there.
Buckeyes are going to take over deep in Falcon country, just past the 30-yard line. That's great field position for their 2nd offensive drive of the day.
I'll tell you what the Buckeyes really emphasize on defense, the DNs, don't let the runner get outside you. And then Mickey Perfetti there, he's a DN, did a perfect job on that. It's going to leave the Buckeyes, I think, in pretty good field position here.
Definitely. And what you were talking about those DNs is exactly, you're spot on with that, Brendan. Falcons are not able to convert there on 4th and 1. Ended up losing yardage, actually, after that play. Wasn't too close. Buckeyes now trying to score again. McNulty out to the right side. Oh, makes a man. Makes a man go diving. Gets inside the 20 and a little more.
Good move by McNulty there.
All right, here we go. Buckeyes moving downfield. They're up by 2, so they have a lead. They're just trying to extend it and play upon it.
It's going to be a first down.
Okay, here we go. I think there was a mishap with the snap there, maybe.
Now, the snap there, it goes, you have the quarterback, the running back, and then a 3-back, which is basically almost directly under the center. And then the center snaps it to the 3-back for a run up the middle.
Right, I think it.
And then there's a fake.
I think it slipped a little, though. They didn't seem to get it right away. Yeah, no, I can see what they're running here. I remember playing against the Buckeyes when they had formations like this. And I understand what they're trying to do. That one just didn't look like in order, though. That one does. McNulty has room to run. Pins it inside the 10. A little bit more, too. Not going to be enough for a first down, but that is positive yardage for the Buckeyes.
It's going to leave them 3rd and short. They got about 7 yards to go.
Yeah, just going to try to push them in. They get some more yards there, so it's enough for the first down, and now they got 4 shots at the end zone.
That run was enough for them to get a first down. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little Miles McNulty 6-hole action here. It's a good rush by Miles.
Yeah, running up to the right. Not enough, though. They still have plenty of chances to run it in.
The Buckeyes setting up.
Okay, there's 40 seconds left in the first quarter, folks. Sorry about that. All right. 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. Buckeyes have some room to make up for.
Yep.
They're getting closer and closer, though.
They have, I think, plenty of time and plenty of downs to score here. The Buckeyes have the whole left side of the field to work with here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a little sweep to the left outside.
Comes McNulty. No handoff, just right up the middle for him. Ball comes loose.
But I think he got it.
Okay,
and it is a touchdown.
There we go. Nice job by him. Nice signal there. So the Buckeyes extend their lead even more. 14-6 if they can get this kick as well, which they're most likely going to. It'll be a 10-point ball game to close out the first quarter.
Looks like we're going to have Luke Diertz come back out to kick it away. What makes this guy such a good kicker is his soccer background.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys like that, especially in high school. Talk about Nico Mullen. He's a senior right now for the Caravan. Went from being a captain last year for soccer to now this year kicking for the football team and still playing soccer. So in the past, I remember, not counting Louis Geppetto, I know we've had a couple of kickers come from the soccer team. Talking about the soccer program, coming up, they have a game soon. This Wednesday, they will be playing in the regional semifinal. You see there on the right-hand part of your screen. They'll be playing Benito Juarez Academy at 6:30 o'clock on Wednesday night, Hindro Central. Everyone should go to that one. We're looking for a big playoff run for our soccer program. And then for football, obviously this Friday is going to be a big one with Loyola. The theme is blue collar for all the students out there that want to come out and be in the student section.
I failed to mention this earlier, but when the Buckeyes kick off, they never really kick it deep to the receivers back there. They always try to go kick it towards the sideline or a onside kick.
Yeah, we'll see.
Both the kicker like Luke Dierks that they have, I think they like going more towards the sideline so they have a better chance to recover it.
Just out of bounds, right past the 20. Not terrible. The Falcons will take over. Got some more yards off the flag there as well. So let's see what they can do to close out this first quarter.
I think with how the Falcons been running their offense, I think this is still great field position for them. Falcons come back out in twins left with double tight. And
drop back, pass out to the left. Lacey's got it. Puts his shoulder down right away. That's aggressive. There is a flag there, though. The Falcons are hoping it is not on them because that's not the situation you want when you're down 10 points and get the ball back. Oh.
I think that's a play that we're going to see a lot from the Falcons. Gavin Deuce dropping back and then Seamus hitting that little hitch route.
Absolutely.
It's going to get him, I think, at least 10 yards every time. See that from a lot of high school teams, too.
Definitely. Lacey, great receiver, caught that one. He had a reception just like that earlier this quarter as well. Gavin Dewis out there. But they're just going to let this clock run out. After one quarter, score is 16-6. Buckeyes with a hefty lead over the Falcons. That's a great start to the game. And we'll bring you back up here into the box. Brandon, I'd say this is definitely the best start to one of the 4 games today. This is out of the 4 games today, this one has had the best start so far. Why do you think these two programs in particular have such great offenses, right? They're on their feet. Why do you think these 2 programs are like that?
Both programs, from past experiences, they're both very aggressive and ready to play, and also great coaching.
Yes.
Both teams, they have great coaches, and Ryan Muldoon, who's the head coach for the Buckeyes, and then Mark Fennell,
Yep.
who's also the head coach for the Fisher Falcons. 2 years ago, the Falcons team, they were almost unstoppable, having Johnny Fennell at quarterback and almost passing the ball 75% of the time, and that just was really successful for them.
Definitely.
So Fisher's had some pass background in the passing game, so I think that's why they've been so successful, the offense. And then the Buckeyes, they been playing this playbook since 4th grade, and it just keeps on evolving. So they just all know all the plays and then can get the ball downfield.
I like it. Well, we're going to take you back down here now for the start of the second quarter. But, I mean, yeah, it's going to be very offensive heavy. Some past scores today, though. The first one, the 1 seed, Most Holy Redeemer versus the 8 seed St. Catherine. That ended up being 30-14 in favor of the Raiders. The game you just watched, St. Mike's versus St. Gabe's, 40-16. St. Mike's won that one. And then a very interesting game today. Probably, the biggest comeback, I guess you could say. 42-16. St. Francis Xavier won over St. John the Cross. Heading into the second quarter, they were down 16-0. So that means there was 42 unanswered points scored there for the Falcons. We have not had an upset yet today, so if the Falcons win this game and go on to play the Raiders, they will be the only team to have upsetted another team in the first round. I think you're typically not going to see an upset until the second round in most years and most seasons. So far, it's been what's expected of these teams. Lewis takes the snap. It's that gap on the left side. That was some great blocking there.
Stopped by Turnerless for about a gain of 3. Mentioned Turnerless from the Buckeyes, who goes to St. Barnabas. This kid, he is one of the most aggressive football players I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Back last year, going up Oklahoma against this kid, he would just light me up every time.
Good to know. We'll definitely keep an eye out for him. Falcons come back out there. Lewis alone in his backfield. Rolls out left for a pass right away. Gets it. It's a first down right at the 40-yard line. They're charging down into Buckeye territory. If they can score here, that would make things a whole lot more tense heading into halftime.
I think what we've seen both from these teams is their patience. Both offenses have been taking it slow but surely, but it's been successful for them.
Catches it right there, stays in bounds. It's exactly what you want to see to get a first down. Lewis, same formation here. Let's see, he might roll out to the other side, though. Keeps looking over at Lacey. Nope, gonna go right down the middle of the field, incomplete.
Good coverage there from the Buckeyes. That was coverage by number 54, Sam Conrath from the Buckeyes.
Gonna come back here now, 2nd and 10 after that incompletion. Buckeyes with some great defense there. The Falcons looking to find more success in the passing game.
So far, I think the St. John Fisher cheerleaders have been the loudest.
Okay, Brendan.
I mean, I can hear them all the way from up here.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, I'll say that. And you talk about having a lot of them, that's the same thing for the football team as well. That pass is complete for about 5-6 yards. Every single kid on here, which is a lot of them, they attend St. John Fisher. There is not a mix of schools here for the program. That's the same thing for St. John the Cross and a couple of other teams in the conference. But, yeah, the Buckeyes are a little bit different.
Yeah, on the other hand, the Buckeyes, kids come from St. Barnabas and CK, and then almost every year there's at least 1 or 2 kids that come from a public school like Sutherland.
Here we go. Back on the field. Lewis, yeah, they're relying on this pass game more and more on this drive. There's a flag on the play, but it was incomplete anyway.
Looks like it's going to be holding on the Falcons. It's going to move them back some yardage.
Not what you want, especially after all that hard work to move you downfield. Yeah.
It's going to leave them about 3rd and 15. I don't think that's what the Falcons really want on this drive.
Nope.
This drive's a big one for them.
We've seen teams fight back from this, though, and especially in games earlier today. But already in this game as well, we've seen teams come out in 3rd and long and convert it. All right. Alone in his backfield again. They're going to keep running at that formation. I like it. Pump fake. High one down the field.
Deep.
Doesn't got it. Flag on the play was incomplete, though. So I think we're going to move down. Might be PI is what I'm guessing.
Yeah. Looks like it was a pass interference. It's going to move the Falcons, I think, up into pretty good position.
Yeah. Still talking it over. No. Sorry, this one is... Let's see, what do we got here? I think... Okay.
It was pass interference, and then...
Okay. Coming up, yeah. Pass interference moves them up a little bit more. A lot of it more at that. 3rd and 2. It was 3rd and 17.
That, like we were saying, if the Falcons didn't convert on that last one, now it's going to be huge, but it looks like their chances have greater since then.
That same formation, twins right. We've seen it a lot. We've seen it a lot so far. This one going to Lacey, though, it's complete for a 1st down.
I think that's always a nice little go-to 1st down play for them. Having Thuis in the backfield all by himself, then having Lacey all by himself on the outside, and then him just running that little hitch route. I think Thuis and Lacey have practiced that one a lot.
Same formation. Maybe they'll go the other way. Nope. Lacey again. Huge pass. Big heave. Does he got it? Yes, he does.
Looks like
6 points for the Falcons. What a toss by Thuis. An even better catch by Lacey. That's 2 completions in a row. This one going on the board. Man, that's a great one. 16-12 now. They went for 1 on their pass touchdown. We're looking to see if they'll go for 2 now. I don't think they will.
I mean, that was just a great, on that last drive, that was a great pass by Thuis and an amazing catch by Lacey. Also good coverage from the Buckeyes there. Just Lacey's got hands.
Thuis, same formation again. Looking not to Lacey this time. Let's see. Yeah, that's good now. Wow, okay. So 1 point, which makes it a 3-point game. The Falcons must not have a kicker. Maybe they do. They're just more confident with that 1-point conversion. 16-13 is the score right now, and we're getting closer and closer to halftime. Momentum is such a huge thing with these grammar school games, though, as far as halftime goes. If you go into that scoring a touchdown right before the whistle blows, man, it makes the second half a whole lot easier to approach and go into. Okay, here we go. Buckeyes sideline is yelling out for an onside kick. This one not going to be an onside one, but still low drawing, little squib down the middle. Buckeyes return it for a respectable amount. At their own 40-yard line, Buckeyes offense going to come back out here.
It's a pretty good position for the Buckeyes. I think if they just take their time, they have plenty of time, about 6 minutes and 25 seconds. I mean, I think it might be a good idea here to maybe chew some clock down.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, chew some clock down while at the same time trying to leave yourself enough room to score. I agree with that, Brendan. All right, here they come. McNulty hands it off. It's a small gain.
Nolte handed it off to Evan Cooney there for about a gain of 1. It's going to be about 2nd and 9 for the Buckeyes.
Here they come again. Gonna do the same thing the other way. McNulty gonna
makes a
keep it to
move.
himself though.
And he's going up.
Breaks a tackle, falls just before the 40-yard line. 16 to 13. They're trying to change that. They've got their eyes on it. I thought he was gonna break free and add a little more to their amount, but not so much. They're gonna have to wait on that.
This Buckeye offense is all about deception. It's always, it's either always power, where they would just have multiple guys going in the same hole, or just all about deception with the fake handoff or snapping it right to the guy behind the center for a run up the middle.
Here we go. Let's see if they can deceive the Falcons defense a little more. McNulty now line back up at shotgun. A little change in pace. You like to see that. Right up the middle, no gain.
From playing on this Buckeye team last year, I don't know if that, I know exactly what that play was. I don't know if it was the best call at that moment.
It's an interesting one, but now is the time to feel out the defense and see what your offense can do. You know, it is 2nd and 10, so they can really run whatever they want. They're not confined to anything. If it was 3rd and long, though, they'd be looking for a pass, I think. Now they take it back in shotgun, but the whistle is blown before McNulty even gets the ball in his hands.
Looks like Coach Muldoon's going to take a timeout.
All right. Timeout taken by the Buckeyes. Their first one of the half. 4.5 minutes remain in the second quarter. Falcons trail by 3. And coming up next, Buckeyes trying to add to their lead.
Dante to shadow a current student attending. Would you like to experience what a day with a caravan looks like? Please come down to 6410 South Dante to shadow a current student attending Mount Carmel. Thank you to all of the young men who joined us today. It was great having you on campus. Visit our website to register and learn more.
All right, we're back here. Buckeyes 2nd and 10. Their offense been pretty successful so far tonight. 16 points is not too bad up until this point in the game.
That was a sweep by Fran McClellan for about a gain of 3. It's I think, going to leave him about 3rd and 8.
Yeah, a small pickup, but now on 3rd down, they've got some decisions to make. Take a look here at the replay. It's a great wrap-up, but an even better job by McClellan to just stay on his feet and get the extra yards. He didn't go down as soon as he was touched. They're lining up in shotgun, but they might be deceived a little bit here. Yeah.
Mickey Perfetti's just stuffed up right as he broke free. 'Cause I think it's gonna give him a decent gain though. It's gonna be to leave him about 4th and 3.
What do you call now? 4th and 2.
From my experience, the Buckeyes, they do have some good plays when they're in this position.
Do they try to deceive the Falcons like what they've been doing all night, or do they just go for a basic play? I'd be shocked if this one, yeah. Ball comes loose, fumbled a bit in the backfield. Is he able to make it a positive gain, though? Yes, he does. Turns nothing into something. There's a flag after, but that's still an incredible effort by number 12 for the Buckeyes, McNulty. I mean, that's awesome to fumble the snap, and still be able to get a first down, especially on 4th and 2. If this one is against the Buckeyes, though, which it looks to be.
It is against the Buckeyes.
Actually,
It's not gonna.
so that's against the Falcons.
Oh,
Sorry about that. So didn't see the exact call. Time, clock gonna run. Great effort there by McNulty.
this offense, part of it is designed for moments like that.
Yeah, I mean, every offense we've seen today is they all have got tricks up their sleeves and plays that they have saved up for that. McNulty runs it to the outside, hits the numbers and moves upfield. That's some great vertical play.
It's about gaining 9. I think that's going to leave him about 2nd and 1.
Something about that play I want to point out. That's high school coaches are going to love that out of McNulty. He went horizontal until the point he saw green grass and just hit upfield hard and aggressive, exploded, got at least 5 yards in just a few seconds there. That's awesome. 2nd and 1 coming up right now.
I like what the Buckeyes are doing here. Instead of going for their regular play style by calling it in through the wristbands, they're taking huddles, giving their players a rest, which I think is a great idea here going into the second half.
Here they come. This will be interesting. The motion right away. Run up the middle.
Looks like he stopped for, I think, a gain of 0. It's going to leave about 3rd and 1. Oh, it is a first down.
There you go. Just got it. First down now. They move even further. Not 1st and goal, but they're getting closer to that.
But I've seen so far from the Buckeyes offense that deception play up the middle by the 2-back or the 3-back hasn't been their success point, but rather Miles McNulty running it to the outside or him passing it has been most likely their success point. So I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to run with Miles McNulty to the outside.
There you go.
There
Just
he
like
is.
you said, Brendan.
Yep.
Runs it in, and he's got the touchdown.
Touchdown.
Wow. So it's not as explosive as that huge pass we just saw from the Falcons, but man, the Buckeyes are consistent.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. Yeah. They're really good at wearing down the defense until the point where they can just do that. They can take McNulty, find the open gap, the open space, and just run it right up the middle for 6.
Miles McNulty there had a great rush for about, it was 13 yards. And just, like you said earlier, it wasn't as big as the Falcons touchdown, but Buckeyes answered right back.
Definitely, yeah. 22-13 if they kick this and make it, which they most likely will. But from what I've seen out of Derek's, it'll be 24-13. It'll be biggest lead they've had.
Yeah, if Derek's make this, it's going to be 25-13 with just under a minute left to go in the second half.
Very impressive. He might kick this one into the trees, under the train tracks. Sure, there's a group of kids waiting behind the post for him. All right, well, there you have it. 24-13 is your score. We're getting real close to halftime, though. Falcons definitely don't want to go into that down 11. They want it to be a little bit closer, so that's what they're going to work on coming up with 57 seconds remaining in the first half. Derek's just sank the two-pointer. Now he's going to come out and kick it away.
Yeah, but 57 seconds left. From what I've seen from the St. John Fisher offense, that's more than plenty enough time for them to get downfield and score, no matter where they're put in position after this kick.
If a guy like Seamus Lacey is open, that's going to help the Falcons greatly here to end off the first half. Brought down right away, though. It's an incredible job by Conrad on the Buckeyes. Conrath, number 54, Sam Conrath for the Buckeyes, an 8th grader. He attends St. Barnabas. And, an overall great job there on the kickoff. But the return now is going to hopefully turn into a touchdown for the Falcons. That's what they want. Buckeyes need a stop, though.
It's a great tackle by Conrath, him just coming screaming off the end on the kickoff there, and just Fisher Falcons didn't see him. He made a great play coming up from behind and bringing down number 2 on the Falcons.
Lewis rolls out left. High one, almost intercepted. Instead, it's going to be positive yardage for the Falcons. That was just threaded the needle a little bit.
Yeah.
And Brendan, I'll tell you what, this is my 4th game today with this conference. What I've seen from these quarterbacks is probably their Achilles heel almost. The one thing they all do that they should probably, learn to get rid of, that bad habit, they're throwing it too high.
Yeah.
It's too much of an arc, And a lot of inexperienced quarterbacks are like that, where they dish it off too high and the defender can easily get their hands on it, right? Eventually they'll learn to be like Jack Elliott and zip it into the hands of the receiver. And the receiver will learn to catch balls like that. But for right now, those high arcing balls, man, they're making my heart skip a beat almost, yeah.
That was almost intercepted by Evan Cooney. That would have been big for the Buckeyes. Could have been even a pick 6. For the Buckeyes right there.
Heck yeah. I mean, he had open field right in front of him all the way down the hashes and the sideline. If he caught that, the only guy he would have to beat was Thuis, and he was off balance from the throw.
Yeah.
Coming out, Falcons, 20 seconds remain. Yeah, they just spotted it, so... 42 seconds. 42 seconds remain. Not much time came off of the clock there in the pass. So it's a decent amount of time. I think, you got to pass it, though, and you got to get out of bounds to the sideline.
Yeah.
Falcons have 2 timeouts left. The Buckeyes have 2. They're probably not going to use any of those, however. It's all up to St. John Fisher right now to make a play.
Yeah. We got Thuis in the backfield with twins on the left. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little hitch route from Lacey or...
Down the middle. Intercepted by the Buckeyes! Down the right hashes. Does he get the room? No, but not. What a return. Brendan, we were just talking about it, man. Wow, an interception for the Buckeyes would do a lot. Just did it there. Coming back, they're going to be at about the 20. In fact, just right on the 20-yard line. There's something yellow on the field. I don't think it's a flag. Must be a mouth guard or something. I got worried a little bit there. But, yeah, that's incredible for the Buckeyes. For the Falcons, not so much.
Yeah, that was a great play by Miles McNulty. Good read by him. He saw Gavin Thuis' eyes going right to that guy, and he just came screaming down, had the momentum to intercept it, and just take full speed for about an interception for, I think it was 25 yards, leaving the Buckeyes in great position. But, Matt, I think that there was a flag on that last play.
That was a flag. Okay. It looked to be... So I thought it was a mouth guard because after the play, a Buckeye player, he took a knee, and he kept on grabbing at his face mask. And so I thought he ripped off his mouth guard for some reason. But, yeah, okay. That one was against the Buckeyes. They're going to be moved back now. So instead of the 20-yard line, they're going to be at the 49.
Still plenty of time, 35 seconds for the Buckeyes to score here.
Yeah.
I was talking with the coaches earlier. They have a whole section of the playbook designed for this situation.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be ready for games like this where you got 30 seconds, a 30-second drill, a 2-minute drill. You got to be ready for when there's no time on the clock. You got to be ready to go. I like that play right there. The only deficit you could have from that is if you get no yards on the play, but the Buckeyes are able to follow through with it and get 10 for a first down.
Yeah, that was a good 10-yard rush from Mickey Perfetti there.
Yeah, great job running it. But we might see a pass real soon because it is getting down to the wire. Seconds are ticking and ticking off of that clock. Coming up, we've got 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. Here we go. Buckeyes trying to extend their lead and go into halftime with a whole lot of momentum.
Ooh.
Whew. That was a close one. A lot of defenders in the area, only one receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah. It's a good play by the Buckeyes. I think that was just a little miscommunication. A bad read by Miles, but, you know, you got to get those ones out of your head. Move on to the next play. .26 seconds left to go in this half. I think the Buckeyes are going to most definitely try to push this one downfield.
We go. Shotgun. Out to the left side. Incomplete. What a great job there. The Fisher Falcons immediately hopped on top of that, led by number 43, Brendan Bansley, 8th grader for SJF.
It's great coverage by him. Sam, I think, had the ball caught, then he just knocked it out of his hands. It's what every good quarter needs to learn how to do, is to, if a player catches it, to knock it out of the hands. Buckeyes, it's 3rd and 10.
Shotgun formation again. No pass, though. Going to run it out to the left side. 20 seconds on that game clock. Out of bounds, 17 to go.
That was a good decision by Miles. Instead of trying to get the extra yardage and trying to lay down his shoulder and get the extra yardage, it's just going out of bounds so you don't have to waste another timeout.
There's a replay here. Doesn't even think about passing it. He was looking at the sideline while he was getting the ball. I think he wanted to know what the coverage would be like before he even got there. Here we go. They've got 17 seconds to do something. Now, Brendan, I mean, technically, they could get in field goal range here. Oh, that one was almost intercepted by the Falcons, underthrown by a lot.
Yeah.
And, Brendan, I mean, back to what I was saying, there is a possibility for a field goal here.
Yeah.
Luke Diericks has a very, very long range for the kicker for the Buckeyes. We'll see what happens, though. They're not quite there yet.
No, not yet.
I don't think Luke is kicking a field goal from the 27-yard line. But
yeah, but
one day, right?
One day.
One day.
This is a formation we haven't seen from the Buckeyes yet today. They have trips on the right.
Yeah, bunching them up there. There's pressure. Gets the throw off, and it's not that bad. Almost intercepted. It was kind of a 50-50.
Yeah.
Maybe more so in the
Falcons side,
yeah,
I think of that.
Yeah. Couldn't catch him in stride, which means they couldn't get the touchdown.
Yeah, what we see from a lot of these grammar school teams is when they throw the ball deep, there is a chance it could be on the money, but it's most likely, I think, underthrown.
Definitely, yeah.
But on those short passes, they're overthrown. Buckeyes taking their time here with 7 seconds left. I think they have time to get one more play off and then hopefully get a touchdown or even a field goal.
Here we go. Not much there. They call a timeout with 1 second left. I think they're trying. Okay, they're going to call a timeout. I don't know, Brendan. When we come back, do they go for it with Luke Diericks, or do they keep McNulty out there and shoot for the end zone? There's 1 second left on the clock in the first half. All right, folks, the Buckeyes sideline is cheering a lot for number 15, Luke Diericks, the 7th grade kicking sensation, right? He attends Christ the King. So, Brendan, you probably know him from the area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've seen a little bit from him today, but only with extra points.
Mm-hmm.
He is attempting... timeout taken. Okay. When we get back, though, he's going to be attempting a 36-yard field goal. I don't think any other, not just kicker, I don't think any other kid on the field we've seen today, out of all 8 teams, I don't think anybody could do this. But Luke Diericks, he's special, so we'll see. We'll see when we come back.
Consider beginning a recurring monthly gift to Mount Carmel High School. Since December of 2022, we have increased our recurring gifts from 38 to 154, and donations from $30,000 to $117,000 annually.
All right, 1 timeout left for the Falcons. Not going to use it, though. Second on the clock, Luke Diericks, the 7th grade kicker, number 15 for the Buckeyes, attempting a 36-yard field goal. Can he do it, folks? I think he's got it.
Oh,
yes, he does.
What a kick.
Right through the uprights. The sideline goes nuts. 27-13. The Buckeyes have a pretty big lead heading on into the half. Before we let you go, folks, for a break, I just wanted to share something with you. I know that's pretty, I am an alum of St. John Fisher, so that kick right there, the fan in me is not appreciative of that. But, folks, this is from my junior varsity year. This is my plaque we got for winning the gold ball. Also won in 8th grade, though. I decided to bring this the 5th grade one because it adds some nostalgia to it, right, Len? Just wanted to show the folks how deep this goes. This is a tradition for me. This is a tradition for the guys on the field, for the guys older than me, for the coaches, everybody out here at Barta Dowling right now for this big rivalry game. Brendan, it's 27-13 right now. The Buckeyes have a field goal in their back pocket now. Mm-hmm. They know they can kick a 36-yarder. Yes. What do the Falcons have to do, not only on halftime, but actually when they get back to the second half? What do they have to do to start this comeback? Because I would call it a comeback at this point. Yeah.
Just keep passing the ball. I think for the Falcons, they need to stop trying to go deep like they have and getting more of those short passes like they have from Thuis on the hitch route to Lacey. If I think that they keep just doing that, it would turn out successful for them and then should lead them back to a comeback.
Absolutely. Well, we just saw an anomaly of a kick, and hopefully when we get back, we'll see guys like Lacey, Thuis, and then on the Buckeye side of the ball, we'll see McNulty and now Luke Diericks. We'll see them do their thing. This is by far the best game we've had all day, and we're not even halfway done. We're just getting started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long day of grammar school football here for the SCC, but Brendan and I are going to wrap it up here. It's the second half between the Buckeyes and the Falcons. The Buckeyes had a very good showing.
Yes.
They went into halftime with quite possibly the most momentum we've seen a team go into halftime with today. A 36-yard field goal from the 7th-grade kicker, the Christ the King kid, Luke Diericks. That was incredible.
Yeah.
The Falcons have got to respond, though, with some mystique or energy of their own, whether it's a Seamus Lacey 40-yard touchdown or something. They've got to get the ball rolling with a really energizing play. Brendan, you know this Buckeyes offense more than I do. So what's something that you think they're going to come out here in the second half and do now that all the momentum is rolling on their side?
They do have a ton of momentum, but what I've seen so far, I don't think the Buckeyes are not going to start going more aggressive until later in the game. I think they're just going to come out slow, run a couple run plays like they've been having. They're key run plays that they've been running since day one. Even though the momentum is with them, I think they're going to start off with just a pretty slow first drive.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. This is going to be an interesting one. Falcons defense is out there now. You know, it's been it was a rough second quarter, let's say. That field goal, though, we're gonna remember that one. We'll keep it in mind because the Buckeyes are the only team out of the 8 here in the playoffs that I truly think they have a field goal range. You know, everybody else, they can kick an extra point and maybe that's it. You know, like if they get down there, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're not going to kick. Buckeyes, though, they have that option. It's a huge play by the Falcons, though, and they're fired up about it. They're letting everybody know. Great way to start off the second half here. McNulty, decent run, but they're going to move back here. Regroup. 2nd and 11 coming up.
Looks like there was a loss of 1 on that one. Still, like I said on the webcam, the Buckeye offense, they are going to start out running.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's see if that holds true. They've got to have something up their sleeve, and this might be it. McNulty almost broke free. I know there were those 2 guys there. Definitely Lacey would have caught up to him, but man, a play like that, if your safeties are wide out and they're not there to close in on the gap on the middle of the field, he'd be off to the races, Brendan.
Yes, that's going to be enough for a Buckeye first down.
Right up the middle, McNulty just going to squeeze in there for a few yards. Or excuse me, that's not McNulty.
That was Mickey Perfetti for about a 2-yard rush.
42, not 12. 12 actually seems to be banged up a little bit. McNulty on the sideline now. We'll see how he does. Doesn't look to be anything too serious, though.
With the same play the Buckeyes just ran, if the Falcons didn't know anything about the Buckeye offense coming into this game, that run up the middle by Perfetti could be from anywhere from a 1-yard rush to a 80-yard touchdown.
Right. I'll tell you what. Head coach Ryan Muldoon, while he's taking care of McNulty on the sideline, he's also got to be taking care of number 34. I believe that's. We've got 2 34s here. We've got Brendan Seagroves and Martin Ryan. I think that's. We'll figure it out here. We'll make a decision on our own. I believe that's Ryan, though. Yeah, Martin Ryan there. Number 34 for the Buckeyes. Now he's got control of this offense. Lined up at QB. I think they're just going to run a couple of sneaks, though, try to deceive the Falcons' defense. They do just that. It's number 10, Fran McClellan. We've seen a lot of him. Yeah.
This first drive for the Buckeyes hasn't gone as they hoped. It's about 4th and 2. It's putting back in McNulty.
Not hurt anymore. Ryan did a great job. He got us down. However, we are in a 4th down situation here for the Buckeyes. Can they get it? Oh, gets through. I think he's got it.
I think he does got it.
He almost didn't, though.
No.
Those Falcons in the backfield almost wrapped him up, but just couldn't get there in time.
Almost a rocky first start there from the Buckeyes, but they combat it, and they're in pretty good field position. About 1st and 10 right around the 50. Looks like McNulty's hurting still a little bit, but he's going to power through it.
Here we go. Now they're looking at those wristbands.
That is one thing that this Buckeye offense can do is call play, then call another 2 plays if they want to. But as we figured out in the past, that's not the best idea for this team because it does get confusing and then can lead to an offsides call.
I could see that, Brendan. Yeah. Right. These guys are still growing with the game. Once they get to high school, though, it definitely depends on where they go, but play calling is going to look a lot different.
It's going to be about 2nd and 7. I like what the Buckeyes are doing here, taking their time, chewing down that clock.
Chewing down the clock is exactly right. They've had the ball for almost 5 minutes. They haven't done much with it besides run it consistently for about 4 or 5 yards, and that's how they've picked up plenty of first downs to get down here into Falcon territory. Got an injury timeout, so we'll just take a break here and show some ads.
Mount Carmel will host another open house this fall. Join us on Sunday, October 6th, as well as Sunday, November 17th, to tour our facilities, meet our students, and learn more about the incredible brotherhood of the Caravan. Register at www.mchs.org/visitmc.
They got something going.
Looks like there was a pass out of the backfield for McNulty McClellan. It was tipped by a Fisher guy, but McClellan got it for about a gain of. It was about a gain of 3, but there is a flag.
Yeah, the crowd erupted a little bit there. Flag on the play. Keep the clock running as well as the Buckeyes moving forward.
It is a first down for the Buckeyes.
They're jumping into it real quick here. Don't even have time to process what just happened. McNulty brought down by 3 Fisher guys. There,
it's going to give him about a gain of 2.
Yeah.
That trips bunch formation is something I haven't seen from the Buckeyes really at all this season. But I think if they run that formation, I think it generally means they're going to try to go deep.
Here we go. Lining up in shotgun, it's McNulty. Do they give it to him, though? Yeah, you got to call. I saw that. I was wondering if they were going to call it. They let it go for a little bit. Yeah. All right, well.
It's going to move the Buckeyes up 5 yards. Yeah, it's going to give him about 2nd and 4. Miles McNulty is in the shotgun.
Yeah, I don't know. They might be giving this to that third back, like you mentioned, Brendan. It's exactly what they do, right up the middle.
Yeah.
I think that was a little too close to the to get in a first down. I don't think they let McNulty go in shotgun. That's a pretty big risk.
Yeah. Especially what we've seen. No offense to the snapper there. I think it's Jimmy Murphy. Going from that little low snap to slow snap to a shotgun snap could be very risky because Jimmy might not know where to put the ball.
Definitely. It's a different type of offense. Most times you're going out there and you're running strictly under center or strictly shotgun, maybe a mix of both. Buckeyes do it a little bit different. But hey, being unique has gotten them to a 27-13 lead over the Falcons.
Yep.
They could send St. John Fisher home with a loss. Next week they'll be watching the second round on their couch. But SJF has got to fight back, and it all starts with their defense right now. McNulty takes the snap. Little low, but it's bound to be like that. Breaks free. 2 tackles there, eventually brought down. Just a dog pile out there on the numbers. Not enough for a first down, but that's a very gritty play.
It's going to leave about 3rd and 1, I think.
Not terrible at all being in a 3rd and 1 situation. Now that third back comes into play, they're probably just going to snap it to him, run it up, and get a first. Never mind, they're calling it a first down. At first, they had it spotted just before that first down, but a little bit different tonight.
This Buckeye offense is slowly creeping into red zone territory here.
We've got a celebrity in the building, Brendan. Coach Mark Antonetti is here, O-line coach for the varsity football team here at Mount Carmel. Came out to support Christ the King since a lot of those kids play for the Buckeyes. He lives in that parish. His kids went there, came to Carmel too. Shout out to Benny, very funny guy.
Yep.
Think back to my freshman year when he was a senior. He gave us a presentation on why birds are not real. Yeah.
Wow.
He made it all. He made the entire presentation. And he showed it to the whole school. He went around classroom to classroom. It was pretty funny.
I can imagine because I think birds are real.
Yeah, he said they're robots, and you know what? I was pretty convinced when he was done with that presentation. He had a very good argument. Yeah. All right. Third quarter is winding down. We're going to see if the Buckeyes can score before they have to flip the field. Out to the right, McNulty. He's got to get vertical, though. Excuse me. Yeah. Well, just inside the 15 ain't too bad. Probably wanted a little bit more on that play, maybe a first down.
Yeah, I think that only got him about a gain of 2. I think that's going to leave about 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah. Flag on the play. You can kind of see it right there. That's against the Buckeyes. McNulty's forward progress not going to work out for him.
I mean, I'm sure this hasn't happened at all today, but the Buckeyes have been taking or almost all of this quarter on their offense.
You're exactly right, Brendan. I mean, they got the ball to start off the second half, and you called it. You said it up here in the press box cam, and you said it plenty of times when we were just looking at plays on the field. You said, they're going to eat the clock. They're going to eat the clock. Trust me, they're going to eat the clock. They ate the clock.
Yeah.
Right now, though, I think they do want to score
Yeah.
pretty badly. They're kind of sick and tired of running out this clock now that it's later in the game. Because if they put a touchdown up now, it's going to be pretty hard for the Falcons to come back and win. Hey, Coach, how you doing? Coach Antonetti visiting us here in the box. Yeah, no problem.
Not sure if anyone took a timeout there, but I think the Buckeyes just going to take that one to the quarter.
Yeah, end of the quarter. They let the clock run out. You too. Thank you, Coach Antonetti. What a guy. I'll see him tomorrow, first period, Mandarin. Leonard's enjoying that celebrity sighting. He's laughing. We're flipping the field. Yeah, they let that one run out. Fourth quarter is going to start down here by us. 10 minutes to go here, Brendan.
Yep.
This one is kind of starting to look like it's over.
Yeah.
Falcons do not want it to go like that, though. They want to go out with a
Nope.
fight, man. You know, going
Yeah.
out with a fight, it's kind of hard to go out with a fight when the other team has the ball for an entire quarter. But
That
you know
is
what?
true.
Good on the Buckeyes for
Yeah.
doing that. Good on the Buckeyes
Yeah.
for doing that, yeah.
It's how the offense is for them. It's like this. They run the ball 3 times. You get about a gain of 2 with all those combined, then there's just always that one play where they break free.
Incomplete pass.
There was a decent pass by McNulty, just a little underthrown. Buckeyes taking their time on this play call.
All right, here we go. Well, this is important for the Buckeyes, right?
Yep.
4th down, 6 yards to go. Yeah, McNulty's going to be in shotgun. They're going to give it to him. I just don't know where he's throwing this. There's a lot of motion. He's not throwing it. Fourth and 6. I thought for sure he would have chucked it up there a little bit. So the Falcons will take over for the first time in the second half with 9 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. They're going to take over and get the ball for the first time.
Yeah, what the Falcons, I think, need to see, one, Fran McClellan's on the outside as a receiver. When he motions, not like when he there's a difference between the motion he just did and the motion when he runs all the way across. When he runs all the way across, it's a lot more fast than the one he just did. That's I think the Falcons need to recognize that.
Definitely.
And it would give them an easy way to show where the ball is going.
And this Falcons sideline, they're trying to get these guys pumped up a little bit. Drops back, slings it downfield. Oh, my God. What 8th grader has an arm like that? I
Yeah.
just don't get it. Gavin Theus, are you kidding me? That's an incredible throw. That's also a great catch, too.
Yeah.
Wow. Move the chains, baby. Hey, well, that's how the Falcons are going to get back in this game. The Buckeyes,
Yep.
they're not doing that. The Buckeyes, they'll kick a 36-yard field goal. The Falcons, they'll get a 36-yard pass on the
That
dot.
is what they needed.
Wow.
Gavin Theus' arm is like Luke Dirks' leg.
That's a great comparison, yeah. They're the most powerful things out there on the field, I'd say. But, hey, you've also got a couple defensive players to watch out for. I'd say their shoulders are pretty powerful, too. Going to lower them here. And the Buckeyes, I mean, they're looking to kill the Falcons, right? It's a
Yeah.
round 1 playoff game, you know. You want to keep this to you want to hold them to 13 points. Who wouldn't? Right down the middle, complete.
Again, Gavin Theus just threw an absolute dime. It was good coverage by the Buckeyes, but it was a good placement throw by Theus.
Incredible, man. This kid's going to be great. You can tell. Right now, though, he's focused on keeping his team not only in this game, but the playoffs. This is it for him, you know, as a Falcon. So
Yeah.
you want something to change, it starts now.
I think
Time is going to keep ticking off that clock. What do you got, Brendan?
I think the Falcons they have a different play style from the Buckeyes coming out.
Absolutely.
Falcons are being a lot more aggressive than the Buckeyes did.
Yeah.
But with the Buckeyes' non-aggressiveness, I think that put them in a pretty good position, wasting an entire quarter.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you say wasting, but it's like at the same, it is wasting, right? You're wasting time on the clock because you could be using it to go downfield and score. But at the same time, you're using it to get a leg up on the Falcons because now that it's a fourth quarter situation, there's 8 minutes left. The Falcons have less time to come back.
Yeah.
So technically, it would be an upset. The Falcons do pull back and win, and I can tell why. The Buckeyes, The Buckeyes are a very talented team. You know,
Yeah.
they're 6-1 for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Fisher Falcons are 5-2.
A lot different from the Buckeyes last year, who started off 0-4.
Wow. So going 0-4 to start last year. I can tell what you mean by kind of a change in culture.
Yeah.
I know you said that earlier around this team. So it's funny, Nick Kovacevic, when he called the St. Francis Xavier game, he said the same thing about his team. They've gone 0-18 the past 2 years. This year, they get to the playoffs for the first time. They go 6-1.
I mean,
that's a change in culture if I've ever seen one.
yeah.
Lewis down the left hashes, out of bounds. Pushed a little bit in the backfield too. He's a tough kid though.
Mm-hmm. This is not a position the Falcons want to be in right now.
Yeah,
4th and
not.
5 when they're down by 2 touchdowns with just under 7 minutes left to go.
4th and 5. See Coach Fennell and Lewis, they're talking over the play call because this one's important. Coach Fennell probably giving him some tips to look out for as far as the Buckeyes coverage goes. So he gets out there and immediately looks at Coach Fennell. That tells me that they're definitely talking about who they wanted to pass it to. Pressure in the backfield. He's going to have to use his legs. Open in the middle of the field. It's complete. The Falcons with the first down. They convert on 4th and 5.
That was complete to Colin O'Connor, number 2 on the Falcons. That was a great play by Lewis there, taking his time and finding an open man.
Look at this replay here. Pressure comes in from the middle. That right side. You just can't block him anymore. Boom. Complete. Those 2 high safeties just couldn't do anything, couldn't get there in time.
No.
Falcons just shy of the red zone. They're hoping to get in on this play.
It's a great position for the Falcons. They have a lot of momentum just coming from that one play.
Coming up on 6 minutes to go. Can the Falcons come back? A run up the middle might be the start of it. Inside the 15, they're going to have to keep going, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Time is going off that clock. If the Buckeyes get the ball back, I think the only way the Falcons are going to have a chance to take it from them is really forcing a fumble.
Yeah.
You know, they're not, or forcing a punt as well.
Yes.
But the Buckeyes have shown that they're able to convert on 3rd down. Forcing the Buckeyes into a situation in which they have to pass the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They must pass it in order to get a first down. That's how you're going to get the ball back. We saw earlier at the start of the 4th quarter, it was 4th and 6 for the Buckeyes. They opted to run it, which was an interesting play. They ended up not getting it. That was probably a moment in which they should have gone for the pass. They didn't, though. Now game stays at 27-13, and the Falcons' comeback is still alive.
Yep.
Drops back for a pass. Out to the left side, a high one. Whew. That was a close one for both teams.
That was a close one. Yeah, but like you said earlier, the only way, even if the Falcons do score here, the only way to get the ball back from the Buckeyes is either going to force a punt or force a fumble. Both of those things are going to be really hard because I know from the past the Buckeyes daily, they do a tug drill, making sure the ball does not come out of their hands.
Yeah. Hey, when you're running that much, you better do the drills like that. Here we go.
Another big play here for the Falcons, about 3rd and 2.
Lewis alone in his backfield. Twins left, immediately looks there. There's pressure. Throws it out. There's just really nobody there. Bright idea, though. Not bad. Just too far away from the target.
Now, the Falcons, they have a big decision here. It's 4th and 2. Will they go for the pass again, or will they run up the middle with Lewis?
Nah, man. That'd be a rough way to kind of end your season. Even if they don't score here, there's a slim chance they can come back. But right here, now they need to score if they want it to stay, in the terms of a realistic comeback. I think you got to run it. If you don't run it, if you pass it, that'd be a bad way to end the drive. Morale would be bad for defense. They got to come back out there. I don't know. I think running it is the smart play here, but we have seen that the Falcons, they like to stay risky. And you know what? Take everything I just said and throw it in the garbage. What a play by the Falcons there.
That is something that the Falcons were always good at doing. Just slipping that little pass.
Playing it safe is what I thought they were going to do there. But that probably isn't the smartest option. You play it safe there, you can get stuffed and gain 1 yard instead of the 2 needed to get a first down. I really like that play. A great throw by Thuis again. Throwing it under pressure is something that even high school quarterbacks deal with, and it's kind of a big hump they have to go over once they're a freshman and a sophomore. He looks ready for that already.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job dealing with it.
Yeah, but I thought that last play they were going to have Thuis and Lacey in the backfield, and then Lacey just blows through up the middle and then leaves the lane for Lacey. But
once I saw that formation, I knew he was going to pass it. Does the same thing there, but it's incomplete.
Now this one, I think the Falcons have been successful in the pass game, but they have a big decision here because I think the Buckeyes know it's going to be a pass. So I think they just need to catch them maybe off guard with a run. But who knows what Coach Fennell's going to draw up here.
I mean, you know, I got to say, they like playing it risky, you know, because of that, how big the reward is. If you play it safe, you're not giving yourself a big enough chance to start this comeback that they want to spark right now. 4.5 minutes left, though. I mean, as more time ticks off that clock, it becomes less realistic that this can happen. Right now, they've got to get it. They do not. Incomplete.
Yeah, but what you said earlier about risking it, you know, you got to risk it for the biscuit.
Definitely, yeah.
It's just a incomplete pass from Thuis to Lacey.
Absolutely. Just looking down here, I mean,
it's kind of hard to tell what Coach Fennell's going to do here. It's 3rd and goal. Just can't tell what I don't think they're going to do. We have Thuis in the backfield by himself. I think there's a little confusion on the play here.
Calling an audible. No, yeah. Timeout taken. That's a smart one. Whew. When we come back, Falcons have a chance to put some more points on the board and get this comeback going. All right, we're back, ready to rumble here. Falcons have 2 more chances to get it in the end zone. Thuis, pass complete. You know what? They're going to celebrate a little bit, but not too much, right? Because the comeback is not complete yet. 27-19. What do they do now, Brendan? I think going for 1 is the smart play because they never kick it. They haven't kicked it all game. If you go for 1, it's still within reach of that 7-point margin for a touchdown. I think just going for that 1 is the smart way, but you got to get it, right?
Yeah.
If they don't get it here, then they have to stop the Buckeyes, come back, score a touchdown, and then get the 2-point conversion as well off that kick.
But if they get this 1-point conversion, we haven't even talked about one thing, if the Falcons force a punt, which will most likely not happen.
Yes.
Because I think the Buckeyes would be smart enough to maybe not punt. Depends where they are at the field, I would say.
All depends on what happens, yeah.
But
That one not looking great.
they do not
All right.
get it.
It's an 8-point game. That puts more pressure on Falcons. There already was a lot before this drive, but hey, this is exactly how I expected it to go between these two teams. Big rivalry matchup. You just got to expect it.
Yeah, we were talking about them forcing a punt or forcing fumble, but we didn't even talk about this earlier. An onside kick. The Falcons could try an onside kick and get it. That would be a really big momentum change there.
You're exactly right, Brendan. There's a flag on that play, though, pass interference, so they're going to get another shot at this. When we come back, 1-point conversion try by the Falcons.
Elliot writes down some notes. Finishes that question. Almost done with the assignment. Christos finishes his homework. That's a record. 14 minutes, he just completed 5 assignments. What do you think about that?
Well, you know, Matt, that's really impressive. Not only did he do that, he also got 100 on his pre-cal quiz earlier this week, and that assignment is due in 2 days, so he's staying.
Here we go. The 1-point try is successful, so that flag is going to be huge. Pass interference against the Buckeyes gives the Falcons another try there down at the goal line. They punch it in. Scores now is 27-20.
All right, what will the Falcons do here? Will they try the onside kick, or will they just play it safe?
I don't know, Brendan. I mean, in situations like this, you kind of have to, right? The only thing I have to say, though, is if this onside kick doesn't work for the Falcons, if they decide to try it, then the Buckeyes have a really easy way to just kind of close out this game.
Yes.
You also got to keep in mind, there is a field goal range now for the Buckeyes. They can go down and make it a 2-score game. Boom, the game's over just like that.
But trust me, I've been in this situation on that front line trying to receive that onside kick, and that ball bounces a ton of different ways.
Oh, yeah. See what they do here. I wouldn't be surprised if they just try to make the mess up behind that first line of defense. It's all up in the air, I'd say. But Coach Fennell just put the word in. They're going to try something now. I think something we really haven't mentioned tonight is Gavin Thewis. He's also the team's kicker as well. So maybe that's why they don't go for those 2-point conversions, which is basically just an extra point.
Looks like
I don't know. They're
looks
going
like
for
an
it.
onside kick to me, Matt.
There you go. All right, well, big risk, big reward. We've been saying it all night. And they recover it. So the Buckeyes will take over in Falcon territory right at about the 46. Not great for the Falcons. That touchdown, it was pretty good, though. It keeps them in the game. It keeps them alive, which is just what they wanted. Now the Buckeyes are trying to kind of give the final kick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great recovery by Evan Cooney there. Falcons have 2 timeouts. Which I think could come in huge if it
Run up the right.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I think if the Buckeyes if they can do that every single time, I think that might close the game.
Definitely.
Getting 5 yards a run.
All right, here we go. McNulty back out there for the Buckeyes. Done a lot so far tonight. One last thing he can do though, is to close out this game. mean, could you imagine, the Falcons score a touchdown right here? If they kick an extra point, that wins them the game. But
Yeah.
if they run it in, it ties it. So that's when the rules get a little funky here
Yeah.
because of that switch. But, yeah.
It's going to be a good run by Mike Nolte for about a gain of 3. It's going to leave about 2nd and 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 coming up for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, like we said earlier, when they came into the half with that big 36-yard field goal, like I said before, that momentum didn't really carry on.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Brendan. That momentum, shifting and things. But at the same time, that third quarter was a bit unique in the fact that the Buckeyes wanted to do that. They wanted to run down the clock. This one's important here. Definitely not a pass. Run up the right. He's got enough for the first.
It's a first down for the Buckeyes.
Great job.
Just over 2 minutes left to go.
Not terrible, but not great for the Falcons. If they really want to make a name for themselves here and move on to the second round, let's face it, a miracle's got to happen. Real big play has got to happen. Yeah.
Mentioned the second round of the playoffs. Neither of these teams have made it to the second round in a very long time.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what happens here. Those semi-games are at St. Lawrence. Right up the middle. Breaks free. Another first down for McNulty. He's got too many to count tonight.
I think looks like the Falcons are going to call timeout. Yeah, that was a great run by McNulty for about a gain of 10. It's going to put them in a very good position to score.
Absolutely. When we come back from this timeout, we'll have a minute and a half left in the game. Falcons are down by 1 score. They're trying to tie things up and make it interesting here for us. All right, we're back at it. Let's see what they do. 1st and 10. They're very close to being in the red zone. Not quite there, though.
I think have to gain a yard to get there.
Yeah. 27-20. It's a 1-score game, and this is the only game today out of the 4 where it's been a 1-score game this close towards the end of it.
McNulty powers forward for about a gain of 7.
You start thinking, yeah, that field goal is huge.
Yeah.
It leaves it at a 7-point game now. Any other team, they would have had to punt it or go for it on 4th down and most likely not get it. This could be either a 7 or a 4-point game. I think the Buckeyes are very grateful they have a guy like Luke Dierks to be out there and make it a 1-score game.
The 2nd and 1 for the Buckeyes with just a minute left to go. I think the Falcons are just going to save their last time out for a big moment that could come up. I think if the Buckeyes get this first down, that's going to be the game.
Definitely.
And they do get the first down.
All right, well, 30 seconds left on the clock. Man, it's just going to keep rolling. Business as usual for him, I guess. This sideline's gonna go crazy. These fans are gonna go crazy in 20 seconds though.
Yeah.
Let's see, they might just let it roll.
Just a little
Yeah.
story
Going
time.
on the 50.
3 years ago, me as a Buckeye on the JV team, we were practically in the same position, up by a score. In the Falcons, they throw an interception to me, and I return it for the pick 6.
There you
So
go.
there's a bit of nostalgia there for me.
Bit nostalgia. I like it. It's been a pretty long day for me. That's
Yes.
4 games in a row. First time I've ever done that. Leonard as well, our main producer here. We had a great time doing it. We wanted to do it when we got the news that we would be hosting the first round of the playoffs. We jumped on this opportunity right away. We hope you guys had a great time watching the Caravan Broadcast Network, and we hope you had a great time watching whatever team you are supporting. That's it. Our next broadcast will be Friday night, the sophomore football game, followed by, of course, the varsity one. We're playing the Loyola Ramblers. Brendan's got the call for the sophomore game. I've got the call for the varsity. It's going to be a great time. Thank you
Yep.
for coming up here, man. And I'm a St. John Fisher guy. He's a Barnabas one. You're
Yeah.
going to go home a bit happier than me.
Yeah.
Good luck to your guys in the second round. I'll definitely keep an eye on them and see if they make it to the Gold Ball game. They will be playing Most Holy Redeemer next Sunday at St. Lawrence High School. That's going to be a 2 o'clock kickoff. Folks, thank you for tuning in. Brendan, you got anything else to add?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Folks, have a great Sunday night, and good night, Chicago.